I'm very, very excited again today, this week. It's been quite a week. Um, I was gone for a week with my parents, and taking the time to be able to spend with them is just priceless to me. So, but I'm back and started the week off with mm, one of our first water workshop demos at someone's home, which went very, very well. So I feel that this is going to be another way that we're going to help educate people, because there's nothing like tasting everything and seeing the different waters at work. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Sabina Gadet, and you're going to have a wonderful presentation by my husband, Roger. And just to kind of prep you as to how we got started, um, back in the day, about, well, it's almost 11 years ago now, I had my own cleaning business. And one of my clients introduced me to this water machine. And it was just the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. I went to a presentation. I drank the water, and I was able to use these waters for cleaning, disinfection, and the water tasted great. And I really, really, when I did the math on it, I was going to save a lot of money on my cleaning business. So on that premise, I came home and I was all excited about it, and and of course my husband was having none of it, and he's going to share his story of what happened with that introduction of this water, because we went through quite a traumatic life with illness. So he's going to tell you about that. So our life has changed because of this water, and simply by sharing this with other people, we've collected a community of people that are just as passionate about helping people um, change their water and change their life. So I'm so glad you all took the time to come here today. And so take lots of notes. And without further ado, my beautiful husband, Roger Gadet, will educate you.
Awesome. Thanks, babe. Good job. Yeah, when Sabina came with this water, I thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever. I was already a gallon of water a day drinker already. I suffered 19 years with something called Gulf War illness. So I had a lot of post-traumatic stress, major traumatic depression, cluster migraines, vertigo, sciatica, uh, just constantly in pain. I slept 2 or 3 hours per night every night. I could not sleep any more than that. And for her to come home with these jugs and jugs and jugs of water, saying that it was going to change my life, it's supposed to be really healthy for you. And I said, well, what is it? She goes, it's Kangen water. I said, well, what's Kangen water? She goes, well, in Japan, it means return to origin. I said, okay, in this house, it means return to where you got it from. We had lots of amazing water out of our tap before they chlorinated it. And even when we lived in Northern Ontario, we had 3 artesian wells that just made this beautiful water out of the bubbling out of the ground. And it never changed my life from all the suffering that I was dealing with and all the medications that I was on. But really, it wasn't until she broke it down to how much she could save with this machine that it absolutely made sense to me. And I mean, here I was sick at home. I couldn't work, and so she was the only breadwinner. And I didn't want to put any more financial stress on the family. But once she said it would pay for itself within that year, that's the only time it made sense. So we bought the machine. I started drinking from it. I really didn't know how to work it. She goes, just keep it on this button and just drink all you want, because I love just drinking right from the tap. And so that made it easy for me. So almost immediately, I felt a thumping in the back of my brain, like with every heartbeat. And it went on for about 2 weeks. And then after that 2 weeks, it just let go. And when it let go, all my PTSD diminished to next to nothing. My cluster migraines were gone. My vertigo was gone. Back pain, sciatica was gone. I slept 8 to 10 hours per night, and I was just blown away. But I started feeling so good. I was getting rid of all the medications I was on, because I just didn't want to be on drugs anymore. And so what would happen is I was still trying to prove her wrong that this machine didn't do what she talked about. And so I stopped drinking the water, and within 2 days, my symptoms started coming back. I start drinking the water again, they go away. And after 4 times, I said, enough, it's enough. The placebo effect is gone. It's like, it's the water. By far, it's the water. And so since 2010, I've had no symptoms, no drugs, no doctors, no physiotherapists, no psychologists, no chiropractors. And through that, after 4 years of being symptom free, because I would have gave thousands and thousands of dollars just to be symptom free for a day. And after 4 years, that's when I had Change Your Water, Change Your Life put onto my arm. Okay, and I had Mr. Ashiro, the founder of the company, actually put his signature on it, and I had it tattooed in a room in Anaheim, California. But his thing is like spreading true health globally with compassion, one family at a time. And that's what happened to Sabina. Is the people that she was house cleaning for had a machine on their counter, and they started sharing with her the information and how this machine works and how it could save her money in her business. And that compassion, we moved forward and we brought that on for ourselves as well. Because once it started changing my life, I would have never have done anything like this if it didn't do what it did. I'm just that type of person. I'm that skeptical, and I'm that scientific and engineering of that of wanting to know why something worked. So that's why we developed a presentation to educate everybody, because I think everybody needs to have this, one family at a time. Okay, so again, I also lost 80 pounds. Okay, through working out. I had no lactic acid buildup. I was never sore. I was able to push myself as hard as I can, but I drank a gallon of water in that hour and a half in the gym. Okay. I was never sore. After I got home, it was almost like I never worked out. I could actually went back to work out. So that's what I did. That's how extreme I am as an athlete. I'll just dive right in. Okay. So a little bit about the company. We're in 40 locations in 23 countries. So we have distribution centers all over the world. So we could travel wherever we want and either bring our machine or stop at these locations, and then we could actually get water. And Sabina and I are at such a rank that they'll actually loan us a machine if we're in that country. But all the machines are manufactured out of an OEM, original equipment manufacturer. So that means nothing is outsourced at all. So the quality control remains inside that facility. And they're putting this machine together one person at a time, making it just like a Rolls Royce would be built, right? So we have ISO awards, okay? So we have ISO 9001, environmental. We have the manufacturer itself, and the big one being the 13485, the manufacturing of a medical device. So with that certificate, that allows me to be able to bring as much water as I want on a plane. Okay, I could bring my machine in the overhead compartment, that's 7 pounds, and I'm able to also bring jugs. Okay, I'll show you with jugs. These jugs, like 4 or 5 of them, if I want, onto a plane. You can't do that with any other water because it's a medically produced water that helps my immune system, that helps build me. So with that certificate, we're allowed to bring that water on. They'll test it for bomb, but that's about it. Okay, so we're a Water Quality Association. So we have 3 or 4 certificates with the WQA, and that's standardization that's worldwide. So not only the way the machine filters the water, because it has a filter inside, but also the materials that it's built with, because it's all medical grade materials, but also the end result being the water. So with those certificates, it's able to go into nursing homes, diners, naturopathic offices, and just restaurants and gyms, okay? So that makes it available to go in there. members of Direct Sellers Association. So we're direct sellers. We just sell directly to the consumer.